haven't seen the chicken since Bill Simon's campaign. You know who the chicken was?
Well,
Steve Frank. Steve Frank was the chicken for Bill Simon.
There's plenty of chickens in politics, Tricia.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
Tricia, good to see you here at the CRP convention. So, what do you think of this
Tomorrow, because I want to see Freddie Barnes.
How about you, Edna?
Very interested in going to the workshop. My daughter went to private school and so she was in high school as Tricia's was in the 9th grade.
One thing I have a problem with school districts, I don't know if they're all this way, but it's the zero tolerance policy, because I believe that instead of having zero tolerance, that a district should take it case by case.
You know, Kevin McCarthy, I think, has risen into Republican leadership in Washington in the House. He's now the principal deputy whip. In other words, he's right under Eric Cantor, who's the whip. He's risen, I think, faster than anybody I've ever seen in the House since Dick Cheney was actually a House member years and years ago, before he was Defense Secretary and Vice President. But Dick Cheney had one advantage: he'd been the White House Chief of Staff under President Ford. My son loves his job working with Kevin McCarthy. It's really a terrific job.
That's great.
You know, this is obviously going to be this year and next year are going to be good years for Republicans. So it is a pretty good time to be a Republican, I think. I remember President Bush, back in this President George W. Bush, back in I think his first year prior to 9/11, explained in a speech his strategy for getting elected. And he said it was very simple. He said, you can fool some of the people all the time, but I concentrate on those people. He was joking. Some of my friends and my friend were down there and said, that might have been a stolen moment there of truth.
Oh, how the times have changed. Just a few short months, how the times have changed.
Now, since February,
I knew there was a third, but she already spoke.
One of those senators from the Republican caucus to please stand this evening, and I'll try and introduce you if I can see it. Tony Strickland is here. I got Mark Wyland, Sam Manistad. Tony Strickland was here earlier. You all know Jeff Denham was here. George Runner is here. John Benoit is here. And a whole host of others. 14 of us. One dynamic, fantastic woman, Mimi Walters Morning. Fine.
Now, we have no excuse for it, and you won't hear any from Mike. We were idealistic, young people who really wanted to change the world, but we were also not in leadership. I'm proud to tell you that because of the adverse situation, and because of the hard work, in Mike's case, the leadership of the House of Representatives is in the hands of all but one or two people of our class or junior. The fact is, the ideologues, and I'm proud to say that, the ideologues that believe that Reagan was right. You can have strong national defense, lower taxes, and fight the growth of government all at the same time. And because we're so far in the minority, we don't legislate, we communicate. And last week we had the good fortune that because of Andrew, because of Glenn Beck, because of Fox News, because of so many people who took the work that was made available and made it aware by the American people and shamed all the 75 Democrats into voting with us to defund Acorn.
On national security issues. Hard to believe that I can't even believe this when I think about it. I started September 4th, 2001. 1 week before the 9/11 crisis, and I did work with the FBI with the Secret Service, with the Pentagon, with the intelligence communities to build a new homeland security plan for this country post 9/11. Now, I have a security clearance that's well above top secret. I can't even talk about most of the things I work on. But I can tell you this. The country of Iran poses a huge threat to its own people, to its neighbors, and to the national security of the United States of America. And the fact is, it's also critically important that we choke off money flows that are going in to support that
hospitality and encouragement and his example of Republican leadership. To Chairman Nearing and our host this evening, thank you for making us welcome. I say us because there's an old saying that goes behind every great man there's a teenager rolling his eyes. I don't know if the first part of that is true, but the second part always is. Would you welcome my son, Michael J. Getz, and to my cherished colleague, Congressman Darrell Issa, men and women, I want to tell you something. You have an extraordinary delegation from California, of which you should be proud. But if I can say with a little bit of pride from the class of 2000, no one works harder for the values of the Republican Party in Washington, D.C. and California than Darrell. And to Senator Dennis Hollingsworth, it was great to meet your dad tonight. I didn't know exactly what to make of the Republican leader of the Senate, but after I talked to Dad, I am now a Hollingsworth fan. And to Commissioner Steve Poizner, now I understand that standing ovation. Wonderful to share the podium with you tonight, and Godspeed. I actually knew Andrew Breitbart before it was cool. I have sat in his kitchen. I call him a friend, and now America knows this man personifies all that's best about the new media and its commitment to freedom and limited government. My first friends in California, not counting Darrell Issa, my first friends in California are here. Michelle Steele and her sidekick Sean are in the room. I invite you to say, applaud them again. These are great friends of ours.
Liberty and freedom. These are our values. This weekend, we've come together to share ideas and strategies to overcome the liberal philosophy and agenda that threatens to weaken our nation. This administration has clearly lost touch with the average citizen, which was made quite clear over summer when Americans joined together to voice their outrage over legislation being pushed by the Democrats that would result in government takeover of our health care.
Good morning, California Republicans. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of my many volunteers who have joined my